Hi everyone, welcome back to Accountant's Desk. In today's video, we will learn about Cashbook. Every business, whether small or big, deals with cash daily for receiving money, making payments, and managing expenses. And the Cashbook is important for all these transactions. We will understand the concept clearly, learn the format of a single column Cashbook, and most importantly, record transactions step by step so that you not only know what to write but also why we write it that way. And if you are a small business owner in need of reliable bookkeeping services, just fill out the Google form from the description and we will reach out to you. So, let's get started. What is a cash book? Let's begin by understanding the cash book from the very basics. It is a book of original entry, records all the cash receipts and payments. And it is both journal and a ledger. That means a cash book is a book of original entry, which is one of the first book in which businesses records transactions. In simple words, every cash receipt and every cash payment that happens in a business is recorded here first. The beauty of a cash book is that it acts as both a journal and a ledger. As a journal, because the transactions are recorded in chronological order, that means date wise. As a ledger, because it contains two sides, debit and credit, just like a cash account in ledger. That's why, if you prepare a cash book properly, you don't need to open a separate cash account in the ledger. This book helps a business track every single rupee of cash flow, where the money is coming from and where it is going. It's widely used in all kinds of businesses, from small shops to large companies, because cash is the lifeline of every business. Types of cash book. Before we get into the format, it's important to know that there are three main types of cash books used in accounting. That is single column cash book. This records only cash transactions, cash receipts, and cash payments. Double column cash book. This records cash and discount transactions only. Triple column cash book. This records cash, bank, and discount transactions. In this video, we will focus fully on the single column cash book, which is the simplest and the foundation for understanding the other two types. Once you understand this, learning double and triple column cash book becomes much easier. Features of cash book. Now, let's look at the key features of a cash book that makes it different from other books. Records only cash transactions. It means any transaction that involves cash being received or cash being paid is entered here. Two sides, that is debit equals to receipts and credit is equals to payment. It has two sides, debit side for receipt of cash, that is money coming in, and credit side for payment of cash, that is money going out. Always shows debit balance. It always shows debit balance. Why? Because you can never pay more cash than you have in hand. The balance of the cash book represents the actual cash in hand at the end of the period. Format of single column cash book. Let's now understand how a single column cash book looks and how it is structured. A single column cash book has two sides. Left side, that is debit side. It records all the cash receipts, that is any cash coming into the business. For example, cash sales, receipt from debtors, capital introduced in cash, etc. Right side, that is credit side. It records all the cash payments, that is any cash going out of the business. For example, cash purchases, payment to creditors, rent, salaries, etc. The format contains the following columns on both the sides. That is date, to record the date of transaction. Particulars, to mention the name of the account involved in the transaction. Ledger folio, to cross-reference with the ledger. Amount, to record the transaction amount. At the end of the period, we total both sides and find the balance, which will always be on the debit side, showing how much cash is left in hand. Example of single column cash book. Now let's apply what we have learned into practical example. Following are the transactions made by Raj Traders for April 2025. Prepare a single column cash book using the data given below. 2025 April 1st, cash in hand 30,000. April 4th, cash received from Gurmeet 12,000. April 8, insurance paid, that is annual installment 6,000. April 13, purchased furniture 13,800. April 16, sold goods for cash 28,000. April 17, purchased goods from Mudit in cash 17,400. April 20, purchased stationery 1,100. April 24, cash paid to Rukmani in full settlement of account 12,500. April 27, sold goods to Kamal for cash 18,200. April 29, paid monthly rent 2,500. April 29, paid salary 3,500. April 29, deposited in bank 8,000. Now let's record the transactions one by one. Our first transaction is April 1, cash in hand 30,000. That is, it is the opening balance. So let's see how we'll record it. This is the format: cash book, date, receipts, ledger folio, amount, debit side, and credit side, date, payments, ledger folio, and amount. Year 2025 and April 1, to balance brought down 30,000 rupees. It is the opening balance. Next, April 4, cash received from Gurmeet 12,000. Here the two accounts are cash account and Gurmeet account. Cash account, it is real account, and cash received, that is cash comes in the business, so debit what comes in. And Gurmeet is the personal account and Gurmeet is the giver, so credit the giver. Let's see how we'll record it. April 4, to Gurmeet account 12,000 rupees. Cash comes in the business, so debit side to Gurmeet account 12,000 rupees. Next, April 8, insurance paid, that is annual installment 6,000 rupees. Here the two accounts affected are insurance account and cash account. Insurance account, it is nominal account, and insurance, it is expenses, so debit the expenses. And cash account, cash is real account, and here cash goes out of the business, so it is credited. Let's see how we'll record it. Cash book, on the credit side, April 8, buy insurance account 6,000 rupees because cash goes out of the business, so credit what goes out. Next, April 13, purchased furniture 13,800. Here the two accounts affected are furniture account and cash account. Furniture, it is an asset, so it is real account, and furniture comes in the business, so debit what comes in. And cash account is also real account, and cash goes out of the business, so credit what goes out. Let's see how we'll record it. April 13, buy furniture account 13,800 because cash goes out of the business, so credit side buy furniture 13,800. Next, April 16, sold goods for cash 28,000. Here the two accounts affected are cash account and sales account. Cash account is real account, and cash comes in the business, so debit what comes in. And sales account is nominal account, and sales, it is an income, so credit all incomes and gains. Let's see how we'll record it. Cash book, April 16, to sales account 28,000 because cash comes in the business, so corresponding entry to sales 28,000 rupees. Next, April 17, purchase goods from Mudit in cash 17,400. Here the two accounts affected are purchase account and cash account. Purchase account, it is nominal account, and purchase, it is in expenses, so debit all expenses and losses. And cash account is real account, and cash goes out of the business, so credit what goes out. Let's see how we'll record it. April 17, buy purchase account 17,400 because cash goes out of the business, so credit side buy purchases, corresponding entry. April 20, purchased stationery 1,100. Here the two accounts affected are stationery account and cash account. Stationery account, it is nominal account because it is an expense, so debit expenses and losses. And cash account is real account, and cash goes out of the business, so credit what goes out. Let's see how we'll record it. April 20th, buy stationery account 1100 on the credit side because cash goes out of the business. So credit side, corresponding entry, buy stationery account. Next. April 24, cash paid to Rukmani in full settlement of account 12,500. Here the two accounts affected are Rukmini account and cash account. Rukmini is the personal account and Rukmini is the receiver. So debit the receiver, and cash account is real account and cash goes out of the business. So credit what goes out. Let's see how we'll record it. April 24, buy Rukmini account 12,500. Cash goes out of the business. So credit side, corresponding entry, buy Rukmini account. Next. April 27, sold goods to Kamal for cash 18,200. Here the two accounts affected are cash account and sales account. Cash account is real account and cash comes in the business. So debit what comes in, and sales account is nominal account and sales is income. So credit incomes and gains. Let's see how we'll record it. On the debit side, April 27, to sales account 18,200. Cash comes in the business. So on the debit side of the cash book, we record the corresponding entry to sales account 18,200. Next. April 29, paid monthly rent 2,500. Here the two accounts affected are rent account and cash account. Rent account, it is nominal account and rent is expenses. So debit all expenses and losses. And cash account is real account and cash goes out of the business. So credit what goes out. Let's see how we'll record it. Credit side, April 29, buy rent account 2,500. Cash goes out of the business. So we'll record it on the credit side, buy rent account 2,500. Next. April 29, paid salary 3,500. Here the two accounts affected are salary account and cash account. Salary account, it is nominal account and salary, it is an expense. We are paying to the employees. So expenses, so debit all expenses and losses. And cash account is real account and cash goes out of the business. So credit what goes out. Let's see how we'll record it. Credit side, April 29, buy salary account 3,500. Cash goes out of the business. So we'll record it on the credit side. Salary account 3,500. Next. April 29, deposited in bank 8,000. Here the two accounts affected are bank account and cash account. Bank account is real account and for bank cash comes in the business. So debit what comes in. And cash account is also real account and cash goes out of the business. So credit what goes out. Let's see how we'll record it. Credit side, April 29, buy bank account 8,000 rupees. Cash goes out of the business. So on the credit side, we record buy bank, that is corresponding entry, and 8,000 rupees. Now we have recorded all the transactions. Now let's calculate the total on both the sides. 88,200 on both the sides. Here debit side is more than the credit side. That is receipts are more than the payments. So April 30th, buy balance carried down 23,400. That is 88,200 total minus all the credit amounts. That is 23,400. And on 1st May, to balance brought down. That is brought down amount 23,400. So in this video, you learned what is the meaning of cash book, types of cash book, features of cash book, and the example for single column cash book. So now you know how to prepare and balance a single column cash book. This is the foundation of cash book accounting. It helps you keep a clear record of daily transactions, ensures better cash control, and make final accounting much easier. In the next part, we will move on to the double column and triple column cash books, where we will add discount and bank columns and make it even more practical for real business use. If this video helped you to understand the concept clearly, don't forget to like, share, and comment for more easy explanations in accounting. And if you are a small business owner in need of reliable bookkeeping services, just fill out the Google form from the description and we will reach out to you. Thank you for watching.